Welcome to Knockin Chu Out. I shouldn't expect much. I shouldn't expect nothing much on this Raw because with the roster, with all the firings and everything that happened, they kind of have to reset everything. So let's see how well they'll do with that. Because so far they're not up to a great start. We yet again have Bailey and Lyra versus Raquel and Roxanne. So what does that make this now? I think like number 6 or 5. Hi there, Mackenzie. Hi, Chief. Yeah, well, after everything, he definitely gonna be. He gotta be impressed.
Appreciate y'all coming.
Are they gonna vouch for him?
You know exactly where I come from. And you understand exactly where I stand here today. I know the past is the past, and that's why I'm gonna leave it. Because with blood, you're the only ones that I can trust. And I need your thoughts. I don't understand where Jacob is coming from. On ESPN, I said it to the whole roster, our family included. Everyone had 2 years to take advantage.
I love the sweater that Jimmy has on.
He pushed, he procrastinated, and then I climbed the mountain. I beat CM Punk. And now he's trying to take that from me. Please help me understand this.
Amigos, I don't disagree with what you say. But I do agree.
Do you like that music group, Cat's Eye? I mean, I did, but kind of now that they're, like, you know, excluding their member Manon, they said she's on hiatus, but I think they kicked her out the group. So yeah, I've been very iffy on Cat's Eye, but I do love a couple of their songs. And what kind of music I like pop, I like R&B, I like rap, I like J-pop, I like K-pop. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
He takes it all. Uma Follow, the family name, he's a shot caller now. We ain't gotta be all that, right? Man, Jim, hey, you. What do you mean? This is it, Oos. Can't be all about respect here. There has to be consequences, Oos. You would have tried to achieve
Consequences.
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 Right.
We ain't doing charity. You're right.
Deep, man.
Thank you. I'm gonna chew on that. I'm gonna make it my own. And I'm gonna address this later tonight. Appreciate y'all.
It's all love. And respect, too. Man, family first, Oos.
The first family.
Oh dear.
Will the Samoan werewolf get his world title match at Backstage?
I'm just saying, don't make the same mistake Solo Sikoa did.
The decision of world champion Roman Reigns live here tonight. The future hangs in the balance for Fatu. And WWE is on the water tonight. This is South Texas, Laredo, home tonight to Monday Night Raw, which is sold out.
They've been in Texas for, I think, like 2 weeks straight. Just different parts of Texas. I think it's cool that they at least have pyro above the Titantron now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Seth the Rollins!
I have a little bit of bad news. So there's a little bit of an emergency that I have to deal with. So with that said, I am not going to be attending the convention that I was going to go to on May 2nd and 3rd. I can't really get into it because it's private, but that's my reason why I'm not going. But I plan on attending an even better convention in August, and it's kind of a well-known convention. It's called Anime NYC, and it's run by Crunchyroll, and it's in the Javits Center, and that's one of the biggest conventions ever, and I plan on going to there instead. I might go there Saturday and Sunday because they have a Friday date and I think a Thursday date, but no, I can't go on Thursday and Friday, obviously. So I'm just gonna have a 2-day pass maybe, and then I'll try and see if I can go there. I might have to stay in New York a couple days, so I'm just like, gonna save up my money as much as I can so I can pay for hotel and, have money so I can spend on myself plus cosplay. So let's see how that works out. I'm not too sure, but that's the plan right now. If not, there's a local convention in May if I want to do a convention even earlier, but who says I can't try and go to both? But May for sure is a time I know that I can definitely attend. But who says I can't cosplay anyway on the channel, so I might do a WWE cosplay soon. I won't say who though.
Welcome to Monday Night Raw!
So many possibilities I can cosplay for WWE. Should I do a Tiffany Stratton Lolita or a Danhausen Y2K look?
I got a lot of ground to cover tonight, so let's get to it. There is a reason I lost to Gunther at WrestleMania. And it is not because Gunther was better than me on that night. No. There is a reason Roman Reigns is walking around with my World Heavyweight Championship. And it is not because Roman Reigns pinned my shoulders to this mat. The reasons for those things are one and the same, and they have a name.
Yes, Tiffany Stratton, half Lolita, half Y2K. I kind of have an idea in mind. It's just that I just gotta censor it as much as I can, because quite the stuff I found is revealing, and can't have that.
But we got business to tend to. We got a score to settle. So get your little pea brain out here, and let's do the damn thing. The unpredictable, badass Bron Breakker marching his way to the ring, accompanied by Division's Oracle, Paul Heyman. Not once has Bron Breakker blinked, staring a hole.
Why I need to be censored because this is an OnlyFans, sick fuck.
This man is a mutant. This man is a genetic freak. This man very well may be the future of WWE, but it runs straight through Seth freaking Rollins. Returning in WrestleMania.
I'm self-aware that some children may follow me, so I have to take it into account to be myself. Yes, this is a channel for mostly adults, but there's children who watch this channel too, so I take into account.
I gave you the world, I handed it to you on a silver platter, and you repaid me by taking everything away from me. You are the reason I had to forfeit the World Heavyweight Championship. You are the reason I didn't get to main event WrestleMania this year, and you are the reason that I didn't get my hand raised at WrestleMania this year. And I gotta ask you, Bron, for what? What did you get out of it?
Exactly. That's what
How did it benefit you in any way?
It's not like you're champion right now. It got you injured. It got you injured.
You gave me everything? What did you give me, by the way? What did you give Reed and I? Because the way that I see it, every single week we were like your errand boys. We'd have to come out here and fight all your battles for you and put out all your fires that you started all on your own. Because look around, Seth. You got nothing. You got no one. You got no friends. You are nothing. You needed us.
That's true.
You needed us to fight all your battles for you, and what?
That is entirely
You're giving me
true.
such great wisdom and all this guidance. Well, every single week, you come out here and kick off the show, and Reed and I'd have to stand back here at the back and listen to you regurgitate the same crap every single week. I am a revolutionary. I am a visionary. I am Seth freaking.
Great impression.
Let me make something perfectly clear to you. I never needed you and your vision. The only reason that we're standing here today is because I needed him.
So that's what that's about.
You needed him. That dried up sack of meat, you needed that guy? You just proved everything I thought about you right. Let me take you.
You know, being a Paul Heyman guy never usually works out.
I'm world heavyweight champion.
There's plenty of examples, plenty of different examples on
The
how.
heartbreak kid, Shawn Michaels. I said, Shawn Michaels, I want to go down to NXT. I want to fight your best. Who's your best? Shawn says, Bron Breakker. I said, hell yeah, let's do the damn thing. Last year, this sack of meat, he comes to me. He says, Seth, what do you think about taking Bron Breakker under your wing? I said, hell yeah. That kid with a year under his belt in my tutelage, he will be undoubtedly the next main event money drawing star in this industry. Because look at you, Breaker. Look at you. You've got it all. And I've been here for 14 years. I have seen athletes from every single discipline come in here. They are big, they are strong, they are fast, but you are unique. You are the biggest, the strongest, the fastest, the most versatile performer I have ever seen in the 14 years that I've been with this company. You have got everything to be the next big star in this industry.
And you threw it all away?
Everything except the most important thing. I know better than anybody what it means to be a 28-year-old young cat full of piss and vinegar coming into this company thinking the business owes you something, not wanting to wait for nobody. I know better than anybody what it means to bet on yourself, to take chances, to make decisions, hard decisions that people aren't going to be happy with. I know, but the difference between you and me is that you try, I succeed. You try, I succeed. And you know why? Let me just paint a few pictures for you. Every time I bet on myself, it ended with a main event or a world championship. You bet on yourself, what did it get you? It got you Austin Theory and Logan Paul. It got you steak dinners and private jets and happy endings from Paul Heyman.
Happy endings.
You tried, I succeed, because Breaker, let me say this plainly so even your pea brain can understand it. You are not ready.
And you won't be if you keep hanging with that.
I'm not ready. That's the narrative you want to go with? I hate to break it to you, superstar, but before all this was a thing, I was well on my way to becoming a main eventer with or without you. I didn't need you or your help or anything.
Then why did you show up with him?
For you losing the World Heavyweight Championship, that's fine. The truth is,
You are a perfectly good Intercontinental Champion, but then you lost to Dominic and then just decided to go off with him.
the weight of a strap on it anymore.
You should have just took the smart route and just kept going after Dominic.
And yeah, I took my shot.
talking
for the
to you,
World Heavyweight Championship,
WWE.
and I came up a little bit short, but you know what? I can go to sleep and lay my head on my pillow at night a lot better knowing that I lost to the best in the world instead of somebody that self-proclaims it. And I believe you, Seth. I believe everything that you say that you are. You've got all the accolades, all the championships. You've won everything there is to win here. You are a first ballot WWE Hall of Famer, there's no question. You are the very best professional wrestler in the entire world. At being number 2.
You know, that was pretty good, baby Steiner. You come up with that one on your own, or did you call Big Papa Pump for your hookup? You think, Breaker, you think that you're ready? Backlash is 2 weeks away, son. I am going to give you the opportunity to prove that you are ready. Well, let me let you in on a little secret that I think everybody else except you knows. Steiner, you're not even number 2 in your own family.
Why were you so jumpy, Paul Heyman?
Make this official. Corey is Breaker ready.
I don't know Freddie, when it comes to the psychological mind game.
Well, he's gonna attack you in the back,
That Seth
probably.
Rollins has.
In the big night tonight on Monday Night Raw, teams jockeying for a possible tag team title opportunity. Haii and Lyra to take on Raquel and Roxanne on the Judgment Day later on tonight. Say his name, and he appears!
Yay, Joe Hendry's here.
Concert tonight.
But is it just Joe Hendry? Because there could be multiple new NXT superstars appearing. I'd give or take like 2 or 3.
Women's World Champion lost the title to Liv Morgan at WrestleMania, but she is ready for Richard.
Oh, Raquel again.
Raquel Rodriguez with a cheap shot. No!
Now this is terrible because this is my championship.
I swear,
Liv leading the
those two have been the most gruesome over the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Stephanie McMahon.
Those two backstage attacks have been gruesome. That happened earlier, obviously, but still, it's not nearly as bad as Liv and Roxanne's head bump. Raquel and Roxanne attacked Stephanie Vaquer earlier today.
The spectacular Penta. As his hands flow next, when he takes on the Bulgarian Brute Rusev live on Netflix.
No, that mask is pretty cool. It's golden crocodile skin. I had never seen that before. Pretty cool. I'm just gonna heat up a pizza that I got a half hour ago. Me and my brother were just doing some errands and we got a pizza. He got a Caesar salad, I got a pizza. So I'm gonna heat it up now.
Got exactly what he ordered. When the bell rings, DoorDash is here.
It's more urgent here. We are stranded or held, arm wedged in boulder,
Mom, please eat this. You're indecisive when you're hungry.
Phone died. I hit send though, I think.
John's got some new sandwiches coming out, so we are bringing in real people to try them for the first time.
Sandwiches?
I couldn't help but hear their thoughts.
Stop ball.
This is
I don't even know what this sauce is. This is so good. Better ingredients, better pizza, and now better sandwiches. Papa John's.
You have the smartest Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Your home is the main event.
WWE.
Welcome to SmackDown.
A network so smart, it boosts the Wi-Fi to devices that need it most.
Don't worry, kid. We've got full strength.
It's like having a tag team partner that always has your back.
Everything okay up there?
We're good.
There's no match for Wi-Fi this smart.
It's about to start.
Xfinity. Imagine that.
Buying a car is kind of a big deal. Car Gurus, searching your own words. Reliable, fun to drive. Fits all the gear and the whole family. Nice. Car Gurus, discover your best deal. Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving.
help drive buzz.
Sit down for a couple seconds because I gotta be quick with that pizza. It toasts up real fast. Kel and Roxanne better leave Stephanie alone. You think she's going to let us live and get her back sooner or later? Well, of course, because she's gonna totally get them back when they face Lyra and Bailey for the like 5th or 6th time. And then next week we'll have a triple threat with those three against those three. That's the verdict.
Two-day combo tickets for SummerSlam 2026 taking place Saturday on August 1st and Sunday, August 2nd at US Bank Stadium. Go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. Central via Ticketmaster. General pre-sale for the two-day combo tickets will begin Thursday. Additionally, an exclusive pre-sale offer for Chase Freedom Card members begins this Wednesday at 10
Well,
a.m.
Penta and Rusev are fighting because of last week, but I feel like Javon Evans is going to help Penta win, only because it's only right since he attacked him last week too.
Rusev looking to earn an Intercontinental Championship opportunity tonight, but many are in the mix for that title.
Last week, we witnessed the debut on Monday Night Raw. All Ego, Ethan Page, one-on-one with Javon Evans. But in the middle of the match, Rusev would make his presence felt in a serious way, which opened the door for Page to steal a victory over the young OG. But things would go from bad to worse for Evans. Rusev would hit the ring and lay waste, locking in the accolade. Luckily for Javon Evans, Penta was waiting in the wings to try to neutralize the situation. But unfortunately for the Intercontinental Champion, Page would once again interfere, and Penta would be left blamed by a Machka kick from the Lion of Bulgaria.
Now, Rusev has been running roughshod over everyone here in WWE. What a performance by Rusev.
Oh, wait. Wait a second, Cole! Did you know about this?
Nope. All Ego, Ethan Page.
Former NXT champion, a former NXT North American champion, one half of the former AAA arguably the single greatest North American.
Oh, by the way, I totally forgot.
Incredible addition to the Monday
When I was out doing errands, I actually got these WWE top cards. There's 7 in this pack. There's seven packs in this box, but me and my brother opened up too early, so I'll show you what we got. And I'm gonna open a new one in a couple minutes.
No superstars on any roster, and Page just quite simply doesn't feel like waiting in line. He made all the waves he could in NXT. He's here on Monday Night Raw to capture the attention of the WWE fans around the globe.
This is the exclusive diamond plated one this is the exclusive diamond plate that I got. It's in every 3 packs. So I got China. Here she is. I love China, even though I have never seen her fight a day in my life. I still love her aesthetic, and it Rhea Ripley is inspired by some of her. I got a Gunther card. I'm going to put all these up on my shelf, but for now I'm just going to leave them in the box. I got Sami Zayn. They're all chrome. Because everything is chrome in the future. I got JC Jane.
Sorry, I should have gave that to the voice of AAA, but I wanted to do it myself.
And I got a focus reel. This is basically an in shot of when they were fighting. I got Izzy. That was when she was fighting Zarya. I don't remember when though. Javon Evans. When he fought Randy Orton that one time. Here's when he was jumping.
Super kick to Rusev and sends him back into the ring.
I got Lainey Reed. I love her look better here. didn't straighten her hair really, but oh well. And I got that Tyra May Steele girl, but she doesn't come. She's not with us anymore. So oh well.
On this match over the Intercontinental Champion.
Okay, I'm gonna eat my pizza, then I'll open a new pack. I have 4 packs. I have 4 packs in here, and what I plan to open one today, and then another on Tuesday, and then the other last 2 on Friday. So let me just eat my pizza, and then we'll open up a new pack.
And his credit score pays the price.
I'll hang up my most favorite on my shelf right here behind me.
Because using his full line can lower his score.
I still need to find that Scarlett and Liv Morgan Topps card that I had. It's a pretty old Topps card too, but I still loved it because it was Liv Morgan when she was a temporary tag team with Rusev, and also Scarlett when she was in NXT with what's his name? Karrion Kross. That was her early days though, when she wasn't doing anything.
9% financing for 72 months, plus $3,500 bonus cash allowance on most 2026 Ram 1500 crew cab models.
Do you remember to defrost the chicken?
Oh, I didn't. I'm so sorry.
That's right.
I had cereal for dinner.
Hi there.
Great.
I recently watched Brock versus Oga match. It was so cool. Yeah, it was.
You wouldn't have a ceiling fan on the floor, just like you wouldn't have anyone with Morgan & Morgan handle your injury case. With over $30 billion recovered for our clients, there's a reason to go big.
No, I think Logo took it.
Morgan & Morgan, America's
Little Caesars 4-in-1 sticks with 16 deliciously shareable sticks. There are 16 reasons to try. Reason 1, they're perfect for sharing. Reason 2 through 16, just look at all these toppings. They're bacon and share new Little
I thought you did.
I thought I did too. $7.99.
Pizza.
Before I knew, I was different. Before I understood what nuclear truly meant. Before I could use my mind to move a submarine, I had to be born for it. You can be smart, or you can be nuke smart. All conditions normal. Who invites a husky guy to an outdoor summer wedding? It's 100 friggin' degrees. Amanda, I mean Natalia. And because I sweat a lot, I went to Men's Warehouse and got a suit with a special fabric called Chill Flex that breathes and keeps me cool. Even in these inhumane conditions.
You may now kiss the bride.
Thank you, Doc.
Love you too.
It's a little hot to be flirting, don't you think?
No, I don't.
What table are you at?
Rusev and Penta on the ropes. Rusev looks like he was going for a superplex, but again, the ever resilient Penta fighting back. Rusev knocked out of the mat. You saw in the background, all ego Ethan Page out here watching this match. A crossbody by Penta. And now Penta starting to pick up the pace on Rusev. Kick to the back of the knee.
And if Javon Evans interferes with this match, Ethan Page probably will too, and it'll make a tag team match.
All the time. That's his wheelhouse. Rusev did a great job of avoiding it until now.
Penta in the corner, right into the ribs of Rusev. So Penta now coming. And a kick out by Rusev in one. It's amazing how Penta can just turn the table so quickly.
You got to give credit to Rusev for being able to survive the onslaught Penta just provided and still kick out at the count of 1. That can be disheartening if you're Penta. Knowing you've thrown several of your best shots, they've connected, and it still wasn't enough to wear down the line of Bulgaria. Look at Penta up and over.
And a backstabber to Rusev.
Long Island,
Again
New
into the
York.
cover for Penta. It's the inside leg, and Rusev able to kick out at 2. So who's Page rooting for here?
I mean, I would have to ask.
Go ahead and ask him.
Ethan, who are you rooting for? Rusev. I could have told you that, Cole.
I could have told you that.
Page is busy observing.
So I don't understand that strategy. Oh, it looked like he was going to go for the Mexican. Destroyer and Rusev now with a kick to the ear. Would they want Penta to win? Because if Rusev wins, he gets himself a title opportunity. What does Paige do? Watch that match as well? Perhaps there's some sort of
Watch that match as well.
Gentlemen's agreement.
I would bite of the pizza
Hey,
and
when I
no
win the
thank you.
Intercontinental Championship, you can be next. And Rusev could be closing in on a victory. Says it's over. Oh, the Mashka kick to the face of Penta. And now he's got him in position for the accolade.
Ethan Page enjoying every second as it unfolds. Rusev closing in on a win here. Looking for the accolade.
But Penta able to slip behind. Kick to the glute now. Second roll. Oh, Penta, great strategy. Roll up a Rusev here. Got it.
Yay! He didn't need Javon Evans' help after all. Can I have your Instagram? Rule number 1 of this channel: if you follow my Instagram, I'm not accepting DMs, and if you plan to DM me anyway, I'll block you.
Extremely upset after losing to the champion tonight. Now this goofball, all ego Ethan Page for some reason in the ring. Penta is defenseless here as Rusev continues the beatdown.
I'm not your friend, man.
Twice about that, Ethan. I think Rusev plays well with others.
He doesn't play well with others.
Now Rusev relying only on himself to inflict more punishment to the champion. But here comes Penta.
Yeah, Penta fighting back, and now Page taking advantage with the ambush from behind. And perhaps for now, a loose alliance has been formed.
Yeah, now when he comes in.
Wait a second! It's gonna get bouncy in Laredo! The young OG, Javon Evans is here! Javon Evans, who got issue with both of these two, forces himself on.
I love his shoes. They kind of look like Bowser. Yeah, that was pretty high.
It was that move that cost Rusev an opportunity in the ladder match at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental title. Rivals for the Intercontinental Championship with an alliance formed here tonight for Penta and Javon Evans.
Let's take a look at the OG cutter. Breathtaking athleticism from the young OG and a bad case of deja vu for the Bulgarian brute Rusev.
I'll tell you, Corey, I am excited.
Shut
What is
well, I don't care.
this Intercontinental Championship division?
The Intercontinental Championship division arguably as red hot right now as it has been in some time. Penta's still the kingpin, but he is a hunted man.
Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, before he was Hulk Hogan, he was Terry Bollea. Uncover the man behind the legend in this unfiltered 4-part documentary series featuring his very last interview, Hulk Hogan, Real American, out now only on Netflix.
I really was here for a reason more than just wrestling. Life was so clear. Where did that life go?
But was there a sinister side to his success?
Really want me to tell the truth? I know where all the bodies are buried.
One night they love you, one night they don't.
I mean, there's Hulk and there's everybody else. The legend of Hulk Hogan will live forever.
Somos los Americanos, Rayo y Bravito. Y aquí estamos con el grande Americano. A huevo.
Did Butch and whatever the other guy's name is learn Spanish too?
Más importante y más histórico contra el chaparro americano. Máscara contra máscara. Mask versus mask. And I cannot lie. This match is going to be the most.
You can't talk in English. It gives you away.
The biggest fight that I ever had.
You can't talk in English. It gives you away.
I'm going to have to be ready
if I'm being
You
honest,
could definitely hear he's Ludwig when he talks in English. That's why when he talks in Spanish, he has a heavy Spanish accent. So people don't figure out it's him, even though people know already. But still.
And what better way to prepare for the biggest fight of my life than to issue a respectful challenge to the biggest lucha libre leyenda that we have around here.
Rey Mysterio?
Rey Mysterio.
Well, you guys are cool now, so why not?
To prepare myself and step into that ring against you tonight here in Laredo, Texas.
Corey, it would be an honor for us to call that match tonight.
No doubt about it. I hope we get it made official.
Becky Lynch. I'll wait till a commercial.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the new Women's Intercontinental Champion, the man, Becky Lynch.
The first ever 3-time Women's Intercontinental Champion. The man is here live next on Netflix.
Step into Netflix house. A place to brave the upside down. Or embrace your inner outcast. A place to embark on an adventure. A place to play, shop, and eat. You've invited us into your house. Now, welcome to
Okay. This is
open in Dallas and Philly. Get
okay, this is a commercial, so I'll open it up. How did I get these wrestling cards? You can find them anywhere. You can find them in FYE. You can find them at, Amazon or even the WWE website. I think you could find them. I think you could find them at Spencer's, but I got these at FYE because I went to the mall and they happened to have a bunch of them there. They also had action figures too, but they only had Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Bret Hart, and also a guy called 123 Kid. I have no idea who that is at all. Okay, let's see what this one got. Rey Fenix. Rey Fenix. It's pretty cool. There's 4 per pack, so which 4 did I get? I got Tama Tonga.
NBA playoffs are back.
And I got Billy Gunn. I know who he is, but I really don't at the same time.
29, brother.
123 Kid is X-Pac. Oh, that's X-Pac? Wow, I would never have guessed. That's how old. That's how young I was back then. Billy Gunn. Like I know those two. And the diamond plated card I got is Jey Uso. Not a bad set. At least it's wrestlers I'm familiar with. So add this to the collection. DX members. Yes, I know all the DX members. I just didn't know X-Pac won by something else.
It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno wood-fired style pizza.
So these 4 are added. I'll open up another pack tomorrow, and then I'll open the final 2 packs on Friday. If you're wondering how much it costs $30. Makes sense because there's almost 30 cards in here. There's 28 in here, but you know. I'll only display my favorites though. Looking for a Rhea Ripley card at least. Rhea Ripley or Io Sky card or Tiffany Stratton.
Smiles in the ring out here to celebrate their Intercontinental Championship victory. Let's take it back to WrestleMania. Becky versus the champ AJ Lee.
In the closing moments, it seemed as though Becky was starting to feel an iota of desperation. The loosely tied turnbuckle pad was removed due to no fault of Becky Lynch.
Loosely tied?
Jessica Carr stuck her nose in the man's business. AJ Lee took a short-term nap as a result. Manhandle slam and new Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch.
Loosely tied. That's right. That's your story.
Becky told me.
The man and the new Women's Intercontinental Champion has come around to Laredo, Texas!
I don't think you could get an autograph card in a regular pack. I think you legitimately have to buy them on WWE.com. I'm not really sure if it's in a regular pack, but it would be so awesome if it was.
WrestleMania 42. I finally got rid once and for all of loser AJ Lee and ended her horrible.
I know for sure this isn't their latest series. I think they come up with more over time, but that is one of the, you know, ones of this year.
I became the first WWE superstar in history to win 4 different titles at WrestleMania. I became the first ever 3-time Women's Intercontinental Champion. I have now won more WrestleMania matches in history than any other woman. Undertaker, I'm coming for your record next. And I proved once and for all why I am the greatest female wrestler of all time. And it's not just me saying it. Other people say it. Everybody says it. Sports Illustrated says it. The
Bleacher Report says it.
And all of that is wonderful. All of that is great.
I thought she would say
But
something
what
else.
happened after the match was even more important. I looked out in front of a sea of over 50,000 fans and I saw my baby girl sitting in the front row. And I was able to take her out and I walked with her up the ramp. And I realized that I needed to show her what a real champion is.
You're not.
And it's not about the 5-star
person's the
hotels
audience.
and the private jets and the fancy tour buses, even though I indulge in all of those. It's not about going to the biggest cities and performing in front of the best crowds. It's about showing up in rundown towns like Laredo and showing out for common folk like each and every one of you. And I know what you need. I know what you want. I know what you want. You want me to be a fighting champion. You want me to defend this title. And not just against some nostalgia act or some underdogs. You want me to fight the best of the best. You want shiny, you want exciting. And so I stand before you as the man of the people and I issue an open challenge to whoever wants to come out here.
Who would that be?
Look them in the eyes and say, welcome to the big time. Now let's throw some hands. Who's it gonna be? Come on.
Zarya? I don't know. Oh, ew.
Let's go!
Yeah, do something else because your whole storyline with Asuka is dead. At least I hope. They wouldn't be stupid enough to continue it, right? Please tell me that Becky Lynch loses it.
Io Sky! Becky looks dumbfounded.
We'd never use the word dumbfounded to describe our Intercontinental Champion.
Feeling intimidated this early?
Maybe a little caught off guard. The intensity in the eyes of Io.
I just thought it would be like, what's her name, Soruka being introduced. They would take title.
I accept.
They would take title opportunities to introduce them.
You accept what?
You just issued an open
I
challenge.
said I wanted to fight the best of the best. I wanted new, I wanted shiny, I wanted exciting. You are none of those things.
Clearly,
See?
she doesn't know the
See, they're
concept
booing
about
you, Io.
open. You're so immature.
No, okay, I'm sorry, okay, no, I understand, I understand now,
Got to hit you with the when you showed the card because of Jay. Yeah, Jey Uso was my diamond in that one pack. There's three diamonds in any 3 packs. I don't know which ones though, but it's in one of them. So I got 2 of them, which will be my 3rd.
Not Marty Jannetty. And clearly, you've been holding her back.
I got China and Jey Uso as my diamond plates.
Well, Becky deserved that, and Io Sky now is hurt enough, and she drives the Intercontinental Champion out of the ring. Whoa, Becky,
Hello.
Becky, where are you going?
You just issued an open challenge. You can't back out now.
You issued an open challenge for the Intercontinental Championship.
Thank you.
Io Sky answered the open challenge for the Intercontinental Championship. And in case you forgot, we're in Laredo tonight.
Don't pussy out now.
So we're going to do a title match because it is official. So give me a referee out here because what the hell we're going to do it right
Jessica,
now.
is it going to be Jessica?
General Manager Pierce. And Becky Lynch wasted little time attacking Io from behind.
Oh, no, you're not Jessica, you're Vicky. It's okay. Vicky's pretty fit too.
To stop those creatures before they hurt other people. First, we're gonna need some gear.
Let's do it.
No going back.
Great. You guys want to do a little spot?
Yeah, I could be into it. Just like a one-time casual thing with Tyler, or?
I was talking about switching up teams for fun.
I don't like this game. Since the dawn of time, man has been plagued by itch and irritation from not wiping clean. What man didn't realize is that wetter cleans better. See how Wet Dude Wipes completely clears while Dry TP smears? Ditch the itch and switch to Wet Extra Large Dude Wipes.
Maybe I'll get another box of Topps card if I go to the mall again on Sunday.
What? You gonna walk away?
Because since I'm not going to the cosplay convention, at least afterwards when I handle all my business that I have to handle that day, I should still go somewhere fun.
That flavor's just out of reach. Drop the Legos and bring the juice. D.
Are you throwing away money on your car insurance?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Try Insurify. We help you compare quotes and save half on your car insurance.
I like it when things are convenient and save me lots of money.
Go to Insurify.com and save up to $1,000 a year on your car insurance.
You know, paying less for less ain't a good deal. It's just less, but when you pay less and you get more, that's a good deal. And that's Straight Talk Wireless. Straight Talk's always been the same price since they started, back in 2009. And they always offer free 5G phones for new and
I guess keep trying your luck. Well, hold on now, because I'm not buying these cards every time. It's $30 for a whole box, and that's a little too much. I just thought it'd be a good idea because there was a lot of boxes in FYE, so I was like, oh, why not? Because I originally was going to buy some Digital Circus clothing from Hot Topic, but then I went into that store and I'm like, well, I could open these up in the channel, so that'll be a fun, entertaining thing for people to see. But maybe on Sunday when I have more money in my pocket, I could buy both things. I was gonna buy some Has-Been or Digital Circus merchandise, and maybe now I could buy both the cards and that too.
And we're in the midst of this impromptu Intercontinental Championship match. Io Sky challenging the new champion, Becky Lynch. And Io Sky, well, she's got some momentum, remember?
I went to the mall. I went to the mall because
last week to Monday Night Raw. Her and Rhea knocked off
my brother was taking back some shoes that he ordered, but they weren't in his size, so he just exchanged it for the right size.
Lynch takes control once again. Cover here by Becky. And a kick out by Sky.
Yeah, to your point, Asuka very, very unhappy with the results of last week, and I have a feeling maybe a long time before the Senpai sees her former charge ever again.
Now Becky Lynch, I think, with a quarter, with a forearm to Io Sky, and the Bexploder
just please tell me they aren't stupid enough to continue her feud with Asuka without Kairi, because it doesn't make sense if Kairi's not there.
Surprise challenger Io Sky, and still having control of this matchup. That's one way to look at it. Becky Lynch defeated Io Sky in their only meeting in a one-on-one competition that was 3 years ago. They have met in tag team action back with Becky
because
Lynch.
The worst part that'll probably happen is that they'll start booing Asuka, not because they're blaming her for the departure, but because they want her with Kairi, so they'll boo Asuka.
Who are you to tell the man what she
It's just
should
to
or should not
give
do?
it's just to make a point to WWE.
Nearly ended the matchup. We just in the last match, Cole, we're singing the praises of Penta for being the proud
I'm not saying Asuka needs Kairi, but they work better together, obviously, and the fact that they're not here together.
And as you can see on your screen, we're getting word it's official from our general manager, Adam Pearce. Rey Mysterio in action tonight against El Grande Americano. Americano requesting the matchup prior to the biggest match of his life, mask versus mask in AAA. More on that later. Right now we have an Intercontinental title match unfolding before our eyes, and Laredo is red hot. And we are sold out tonight. These two women, Io Sky, Becky Lynch, battling Intercontinental title. I would like to send out congratulations to the brand new United States champion over on Friday Night SmackDown, one Tiffany Stratton.
By the way, Bianca Belair recently revealed the gender of her baby. It's going to be a boy, and I probably should have guessed because she had blue roses on for a reason, so I was stupid to not realize it sooner, but that's nice anyway. She wore blue roses because she's having a boy, duh.
This would be if Io Sky can win the Intercontinental title tonight from the very cocky Becky Lynch.
That makes me wonder what would her rose robe look like with pink roses instead of blue roses.
And Becky kicks out at 2. Take another look at the impact on this missile drop.
Too bad we'll never find out.
Leg extension by Io Sky right to the chest of the champion. We could be moments away. Becky Lynch quickly back to her feet, though. And now from behind, taking down Sky to retain the title. And a kick out by Io at 2. Becky Lynch perhaps getting frustrated over the fact that she hasn't been able to put Io away despite the beatdown before this match even began. Here we go. Looking for a manhandle slam. Io rolls her up. Stop now in the midsection.
I'm just saying.
Wisely, the chart move rolls out of the ring.
It's okay if Becky Lynch wins, but
she was looking for the suicide dive,
it'll be smarter to make Io win because she has no storyline now that Kairi and Asuka are not together anymore. So.
Precarious position here. What is Io thinking?
Hey, be careful. Hey, be careful, Io Sky. You never learn. Oh dear, that's quite the position. That's quite the position. I don't remember if I said this on Friday, but WWE recently signed Io Sky's fiance. His name is Evil, but I have no idea who he is, and I've never seen any of his work in Japanese wrestling, so I have no idea who he is. And frankly, when I saw comments, they said it's not really much. Like, you know, he's good and all, but not as good. But, of course, WWE wants someone new. And they'll take anyone they can get, especially now. And people are saying, like, you know, ex-fiance, they broke up or whatever, but frankly, I don't care. At least, like, you know, it's someone new, and as long as they're smart with how they book him, then it's fine.
4-in-1 sticks with 16 deliciously shareable sticks. There are 16 reasons to try. Reason 1.
Io Sky needs to stop being cocky. She don't want to get injured. That's not being cocky. That's just being reckless. There's a difference.
Inside this ring, when someone shows you weakness,
oh yeah. Now that I see this commercial again, they fired her too. Remember that girl that I told you about, Carly Bright, who was with Kendall Gray when she was on the first episode of WWE Evolve with her? They fired her too, and I'm like, why would you fire her? Like, really, I really don't know why they made her stay in Evolve. Well, actually she got off Evolve and she got a spot in LFG, and I'm like, why did you make her leave LFG and then not have her, like, you know, pair up with Kendall? And I'm like, I always say this, I love Ren and her friendship with Ren, but I don't understand why they kept her apart from Carly. Because I wanted them to be a tag team so bad when they got together, but oh well, that'll never happen now because they chose Kendall instead of Carly. And she kind of said it herself, like, I don't think it was over jealousy. It's just that, like, she was, like, saying in her vaguely that I wish I could have been on the path you were, Kendall. And I'm like, I wish you could have too, because they was dumb to separate you both anyway. They were dumb to separate Carly Bright and Kendall Gray anyway. I just hope when Kendall Gray and Ren, like, you know, break up with each other, that it won't be as stupid.
Deep waters of this Intercontinental Championship contest.
Poor Io Sky, she has a scraped elbow.
Champion and challenger down is for the prestigious women's Intercontinental title. Becky, the first ever 3-time.
Penta and Phoenix would be a legendary tag team or singles, but WWE won't use them right. Well, technically they are a tag team, but in AAA, not here. In a sense, I get why they would make them a tag team there and not here, but still, you know, people want to see it here too, so they should do both of them. But as long as they're in AAA tag team, that's fine.
Kick by Io Sky right under the chin of the man, followed up by this butterfly backbreaker from Io. But Becky Lynch kicks out.
And our Intercontinental Championship match continues. Io Sky took the challenge that was issued by Becky, who's quickly back to her feet. Becky doing a nice job not allowing Io Sky to fly.
Becky with absolutely no time to prepare for one of the premier competitors in the women's division. Oh, tornado DDT. Leo Sky didn't have time to prepare.
Oh, I forgot Triple A's Psycho Circus.
Sky now.
I thought they were called Killer Circus, but whatever. It's either Killer or Psycho, but I know for sure one of them's called Psycho Clown. So.
Becky, come on. Io's still in it.
Thank you.
Thought that was it. Lynch had the wherewithal to get both boots up.
As annoying as the storyline with Becky would be, Io Sky, at least it's something that I know for sure would never get interrupted because, like hell, they'll fire Becky.
Miraculously able to survive. And Becky with just a look of disbelief on her face, and now the frustration could be setting in for the Intercontinental Champion. Becky heading up to the top rope. Io Sky back to her feet.
Hey.
Oh no! Becky Lynch on the top turnbuckle and tumbles to the apron and the floor.
Be careful. You're gonna be careful.
And I'll say moonsault by Io Sky takes out Becky Lynch.
Now Io scrambling, trying to get the champion back in.
Now
Io lost a shoe. Amidst the chaos on the outside.
They really did it. They really did.
Gonna take advantage with a main angle slam. And Lynch retains.
I don't know what the point of that was, taking out the shoe, but oh man, they're really stupid enough to continue on with this feud even after Kairi is gone, and it doesn't make sense anymore. Like, yes, those two are fighting, but still. There's no motivation for her to keep fighting Asuka. Because the only reason she ever fought Asuka was to protect Kairi or to, like, you know, defend Kairi. But no, they'll still continue it because it still works out because they still hate each other. They want Kairi chance. Now would be a great time. Now would be a great time for those. Ah! They did it! They did it! Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. I know it, but Asuka's paying for all this. I'm sorry, Asuka. It's not your fault, I know, but still. We have to make a point across the WWE that this storyline will not work with these two.
Right, the imposter El Grande. Now first you endorse the guy, now you got a match against him. I just want to know, when I face him in my mask vs. mask match down in AAA on May 30th, do I need to watch my back?
No, you don't, Mr. OG Grande Americano. Listen, the only thing I'm looking for is for both of you to respect lucha libre. That's what I care about. Al final del día, el luchador más cabrón, ese va a ganar.
Sí, bueno, sí.
Oye, güey.
Hola, duende.
¿Neta, güey? ¿La neta? ¿Qué está pasando aquí? ¿Por qué andas con ese pinche güey?
Yeah, why don't you mind your business?
¡Tú cállate, chaval! ¡Vas a perder la máscara, mi
Tranquilos, cabrones. Aquí no. Espérense. I'm not choosing sides here, okay?
And you know that's why they cut off Kairi so quickly when she was, you know, emoting, because those chants kept going on.
Damn right te veo en el ring.
Right now, standing by with Jimmy and Jay, the Usos. Gentlemen, I'm going to get right down to it. Can you give us some intel on which direction Roman Reigns is leading towards?
Byron, the OTC
will make his decision when the OTC is ready to make his decision. You say that, did I? OTC, you guys sitting at the table again? He's sitting at the head of the table? I ain't here to tear you guys down. As a matter of fact, I want to remind you exactly who you are. My man Jey Uso, main event. You're talking about a former world heavyweight champion. How'd you do that? You did it on your own. Jimmy Uso, potential, all the potential in the world to be a world heavyweight champion. But you know how you're going to do that? Not under Roman Reigns. You need to stay in your lane right now, Uso. You understand? We told you. This family business. I understand that it's family business, and I can respect that. But here's the problem, my man. This whole thing with the bloodline, you guys had immense power. You guys ran roughshod over everybody. But that power eventually corrupts. And when it does, it becomes my business. Yeah.
Yep, he got a point there.
A lot of pressure tonight to
Talk to him.
the World Heavyweight Championship.
No, he's right, and you're falling for the trap again.
Roman Reigns answered the challenge of his cousin, Jacob Fatu, for Backlash. Find out live tonight.
Who made the decision to put Kairi Sane on the list of release, Triple H or TKO? I have no idea. They're apparently back and forth with saying who did it and stuff, and I'm like, does it really matter who did it? The fact is, somebody was dumb enough to say yeah. Like, it don't matter who did it. The fact that somebody say it was right to do it. And that's exactly why they cut away from cut Asuka so quickly, because they heard the chants and they knew how crazy it would get. Such assholes. They know that the audience would say that, but they are ignoring it as much as they can. But our job as fans is to make them not ignore us. So just like they did our truth, and because of that, they gave into the fucking peer pressure and they brought back our truth, even though they claimed that our truth was never fired and that he basically said he was fired himself because that's what it felt like to him. But yeah, they fired his ass, so.
If only she would set up auto pay, she'd never miss a payment again. Don't be like miss payment. Instead, learn how to avoid the wreckers at creditwreckers.com.
The point is, every time we ask for a superstar to come back, they listen to us.
Please eat this. You're indecisive when you're hungry.
It happened with Braun Strowman. It happened with Aleister Black. It happened with R-Truth, and I for damn sure it happens again with Kairi Sane, because that just proves that WWE are assholes and pussies, and they just make decisions, but then when people actually are not letting them like, you know, move past this, then they're like, fuck, we gotta give them what they want, because they'll just keep this on forever. We're not that stupid as WWE thinks we are. We will not be over certain things if they're not right.
Whoa, you have a genie? Actually, I've heard.
They're lucky that they're not really saying nothing about Bo Dallas and the Wyatt Six, because honestly I feel like they should be chanting them too, because this whole time the Wyatt Six were only trying to tribute Bray Wyatt, but if they were just going to be fired this whole time, then basically WWE just wanted to profit off of Bray Wyatt's death, because they know Bray Wyatt is still a big deal even to this day, so they just profited off of Bray Wyatt's death, and now that they're gone, I would be pretty pissed if I was Bo Dallas. The rest of them made a point, like, you know, the rest of them made a point saying that, like, you know, we just wanted to tribute Bray Wyatt because he meant something to us, but they would have probably said the same thing.
The return to WWE at WrestleMania. One of the tag team champions joined Stephanie McMahon on What's Your Story.
They weren't fair to the Wyatt Six because all they did since they formed was have back and forth matches with Solo Sikoa and company, when they could have done so much more. Did they skip Joe Hendry's entrance because they were still chanting "We want Kyrie"?
Because he has appeared in Laredo, Texas. Now you all know I had a big decision to make lately, so I want to tell you all about it in a song.
Elias. that's just what this reminds me of. And I know Elias and Joe Hendry fought each other back and forth in the past. I think they were a tag team too. Elias, or Elijah as he's known now.
I'm sorry to the others. I hope they understand. Joe Hendry's on Raw. Yeah! Raw. Joe Hendry signed to Raw. 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 Joe Hendry signs to Raw. Next time you turn on Netflix, you won't just want to chill. I'll have you believing in a better kind of thrill. Joe Hendry's on Raw.
Come on, Corey. You're disturbed.
Joe Hendry's on Raw. Respect to the ruler. I acknowledge the OTC. But Adam Pearce, if you're listening, can you make one change for me? That's Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Paul, can we fire Logan Paul?
Yay!
Paul, can we fire Logan Paul?
Yo, he's gonna have a feud with Logan Paul now. I approve. Logan Paul! Paul. Logan Paul, fire him! That's a person I don't want in my card pack.
You can't fire me! You can't fire me! You at home! You can't fire me! I'm unfireable! Who are you, Joe Hendry? I'm Logan Paul!
If it didn't cost me money, if those cards didn't cost money, I would rip up a Logan Paul card if I were to open one up.
All of you people are awful! Just like that song! You're awful! You're awful! You're awful! You're awful! Hey, I heard it's your first night on Raw. Well, congratulations! It's also your last, because you just made the worst mistake of your life, buddy!
Ooh.
Embarrassed. It was all in good fun.
It was all in good fun.
I don't think you're seeing things right. You see that right there? You see that right there? That's gold. This is gold. That makes us the greatest tag team champions of the world, of the universe. I guess what I'm trying to tell you, Joe,
I can take you seriously, Austin Theory. I can't take Logan Paul seriously, which is why I'll never take you seriously at the moment.
Winners, I have to say Joe says no to that. Because I saw ESPN, I saw WrestleMania, and all I see are a couple of prime time losers.
Whoa, watch out, Corey.
let me tell you something.
Hey, mic stands are expensive.
That camera that everybody sees through, that belongs to the vision. And the vision goes through everybody. And you, my friend, you're in a lucky spot tonight because we're going to go through your ass. This is a musical disaster up there with Millie Vanilli and Ashley Simpson.
Billy Vanilli. Millie Vanilli. Joe Hendry does a lip sync. Yeah, get those two. Those are your real problems.
Just like last week, Dawkins and Ford have their sights set on tag team gold.
And Dawkins sends Paul to the apron. Oh, man! The Street Profits taking out Theory.
I think Dawkins is still a little chubby though, so he needs to lose a little more weight.
Ted's gonna go up top. And Logan Paul saving his partner Theory. Let's get out of here. And Joe Hendry.
Wow.
What a debut for Joe Hendry tonight.
Fire Logan Paul.
Joe Hendry is now part of Monday Night Raw. And the Profits, they want the smoke.
How fun.
They bring him all the action for the all-new LJN WWE Superstars Vintage Style Action Figures.
I believe in Joe Hendry, and Joe Hendry is the prestigious one.
Look for these figures now at Target in the United States.
You're just giving people opportunities off the street. Here we go. You got that bouncy little idiot Javon who's one cutter away from retirement. You have a guy on your show singing songs at him. Taker's rolling in his grave. I'm not going to say his name. And you got a little vampire cursing people. Where's my opportunities? I'm in the best shape of my life, lad.
Danhausen here.
Tell me. Oh, Oberfemi. Of course you like him. He's scary. He beat Brock at the end of his career. Overrated. That's how I'll describe him.
Overrated.
Oberfemi.
Overrated. Yes.
What an opportunity. Yes. Please give him an opportunity against me tonight.
I was trying to tell you.
I was trying to tell you.
Because your match opportunity is official.
Grayson, what are you thinking?
I was trying to tell you. You didn't listen.
Is live on Netflix and presented by DoorDash.
Where is... Thank you. I'm like, you dumbasses, where's the Titantron? At least you did it when... before he went outside. I don't think we'll see Danhausen on Raw though, because he's on SmackDown.
Luchador is here. Rey Mysterio in action against the Americano. It's live next on Raw on Netflix.
Do you like this Bloodline Saga 2.0 storyline? I want a Japanese Bloodline storyline. Asuka, Kairi, Sane, Io, Julia. Huh, well, yeah. There's just one problem. She's gone! So, we're never gonna get that, so forget it. Because they should have fired Julia and not Kairi Sane. So, and we'll never see Nakamura slash what's his name, Tozawa and every other Japanese guy and girl, because they, for whatever reason, don't like their superstars to interact on screen with their own kind, I guess.
No, thank you.
You're missing out.
Kairi Asuka, and Io Sky were the lucky ones.
I'm ready for some dominoes and hold up. What's in those black and gold boxes? Okay, Parmesan stuffed crust and handmade pan. Well, that seals it. Gotta get my hands on those pieces from Dom.
But no.
Zepbound. Watch this.
Watch this.
Zepbound is the first and only prescription medicine for moderate to
Keep
severe
spamming,
obstructive sleep
keep
apnea,
spamming
OSA,
WWE
adult
social
therapies,
media
a
accounts with
treatment that helps
pictures of
reduce
Kyrie
breathing
and
exertions during
the
sleep.
We Want Kyrie hashtags because
After just a year, many taking it had no
they're
OSA
obviously annoyed. They're obviously annoyed that by
Don't
that,
share needles or pens or reuse them.
and they'll have to
Don't
spend
take it
all of
emergency, or if
eternity
you or
trying to
someone you
delete all
have
those,
MTC or MEN2. Tell your doctor if you get a
or
lump
just
swelling
delete the
in your neck.
posts.
Stop Zepbound and call your doctor if you have severe stomach pain or
AW
serious
might
allergic
try for
reaction.
Kyrie. I don't
Severe
know.
side effects may include inflamed pancreas or gallbladder problems. Tell your doctor if you experience vision changes before scheduled procedures with anesthesia. If you're nursing,
Not any
pregnant,
better, I'm just
plan to
saying.
be, or taking birth
She's
control.
better off just going to
Taking
Japan
Zepbound with
entirely.
sulfonylurea or insulin may
Going
cause
back
low
to
blood
Japan
sugar.
entirely.
Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and worsen kidney problems. Ask your doctor about Zepbound, a game-changing treatment for OSA. Zepbound. Watch this.
Get some my Reese's. I have a Reese.
Do the same thing, and you want to be closer to this. That's exactly why we built Club WWE. This is everything WWE brought closer to you in one ultimate membership. Join the waitlist now and become the ultimate insider.
Paul, fire Logan Paul. Guys, I want to say thank you so much for helping me there. I mean, look, it's all welcome to Raw, right? Yeah. Thank you. Right there.
Put it there.
Yeah.
You gotta get a different color shirt now to smell raw.
Come on now.
Blue,
Come on now. Be better, baby. Be better.
Boys, last week. Seth. There you go. Once again, thinking it's about him. Last week wasn't about you.
It's about them Titans.
Special? Think he's special.
Think you got friends around here.
Special.
Oh man, I didn't see what that was about.
Collectors, get ready. This week only, WWE and Ghoststrike are dropping the Rey Mysterio 6'9" collectible Ghost blind box featuring 3 rare variants and 1 ultimate grail. The Fire Crown, 1 of 1. 619 isn't just a number, it's a worldwide declaration. Visit ghoststrike.com to bid. Happy hunting. That is worth a lot. Look
It
how
is
cool that is.
absolutely beautiful. As a matter of fact, I have the Stone Cold Ghost Strike figure at home. And, I'm gonna just take it. I got it. It's no big deal.
Well, the legendary Rey Mysterio is in the ring right now to take on that man, Americano, who's got a big game at the end of May.
Big might be the understatement. It's Noche de los Grandes, Saturday, May 30th, mask versus mask.
Noche de los Grandes.
The real El Grande Americano.
They really named it after them.
El Grande Americano. There can only be one, and the stakes, quite simply,
Unfortunately, I won't stream that, but I will give my opinions on it the night after. I'm sorry. I want to react to AAA, but I just get blocked every time I do. I just get copyrighted every time I do, so I hate having to deal with that. It's not like pay-per-views.
Respect, honor, all of these things. The mask is arguably the most important.
It's not like pay-per-views that I can bypass copyrights because technically it's not a property of YouTube, but since AAA is broadcasted on YouTube, it is technically a property of YouTube, so I can't use property of YouTube content on this channel.
And you don't think that's admirable?
I think it's admirable, but I think you got to put that on a shape just because Rey was talking to the OG Americano.
Wouldn't you? If your mortal rival was dealing with somebody who you respect as much as Americano respects Rey,
Shoulders down, and Rey gets his shoulder up. So if this is another
Why Triple H going back to the Bloodline saga? Do we really want to see this play out? I'm over it. I want a new intriguing storyline. That depends. That depends if Roman Reigns wins by himself or with them. If I see him starting to win only because he's stuck around with Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso again, then yeah, I'm not going to be that interested.
Still don't know why he surrounds himself with the mariachi troupe at ringside. Rio and Bravo.
Rio and Bravo Americano are not a mariachi.
That's right. I apologize. Rio.
He'll get there one of these days. The fact of the matter is, Rio and Bravo have proven invaluable to El Grande Americano. When you're a star of the caliber of the real El Grande Americano, you need somebody
And more Danhausen. Danhausen's on SmackDown now.
You've got the original El Grande Americano lurking around.
Not quite sure how you sing the praises of this man who stole the identity of the original El Grande Americano.
The original Americano became the original Americano as an insult to Rey Mysterio. But everybody's okay with that. Yet somehow, this handsome, talented luchador, this legendary luchador with international flair, El Grande Americano arrives on the scene, and everybody gets bent out of shit.
But Ludwig can't talk in English as El Grande Americano because it gives it away.
Hook of the leg. Is it enough? And a kick out by Ray.
Which is what Chad Gable is doing. Chad Gable hasn't bothered to learn Spanish. Chad Gable hasn't bothered to learn Spanish. So I bet if Chad Gable learned Spanish, it would have been much more. It would have been much more better because that like hides his identity. Not like, you know, very well, but a little more. That's exactly what Ludwig was trying to do. I think that's why he learned Spanish, so his identity could be a little bit more hidden, because whenever he does speak Spanish, he has a heavy Spanish accent, an exaggerated one, for obvious reasons, but still.
No big contracts. That's actually an elaboration of 1.2, but it counts. I use it 5, my mom uses it 6. You can bring your own phone.
I got the same tune plunger in my closet. That's nice.
Are you playing me off?
Triple H is not a professional writer. Need to hire new writers. There's no writers. Why do I have to keep reminding you that there is hardly no writers? There's like only 3 to 4 writers in WWE. The rest is made by AI.
And then there's hot crust. The crust you crave, only $10. Order in the pizza.
Right, you guys want to do a little spot? Yeah, I could be into it. Just like a one-time casual thing with Tyler, or?
I was talking about switching it teams for fun.
I don't like this game.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect.
Welcome to the PK crew, Antonio Rogers.
Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
Do you remember to defrost the chicken?
Oh, I didn't. I'm so sorry.
That's right.
I got cereal for dinner?
Cereal it is.
Hey, how was practice today? Great, I scored 2 goals. Wow, that's super.
Real proud of you, Pumpkin.
You wouldn't mount a ceiling fan on the floor, just like you wouldn't have anyone but Morgan & Morgan handle your injury case. With over $30 billion recovered for our clients, there's a reason to obey.
You okay, honey?
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
We are back live on Monday Night Raw, sold out tonight from Laredo, Texas, and it's El Grande Americano, a match with the legendary Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio here tonight as El Grande Americano prepares for mask versus mask match. The end of May in AAA against the original El Grande Americano.
Lucha de Cuestas, the highest of stakes in Lucha Libre culture. Mask versus mask. There can only be one El Grande Americano. We will get our answer Saturday night, May 30th.
Who will be missed the most out of all people recently released? I think they made it pretty clear. Kyrie.
Oh, you're talking about Americano.
They They didn't cut away Asuka so quickly for nothing. They heard people chant, "We want Kyrie," and they didn't want to deal with the whole nother R-Truth thing again. At least for tonight.
And I don't know what your problem with Rayo and Bravo are. These two men are just looking to spread some Mexican culture throughout the world. Mysterio. Oh, look at the power. And power with a great counter into a DDT. Cover now by Mysterio. And a kick out, but how does Ray keep doing this?
Asuka needs to win this. Asuka ain't winning shit because every time she comes out from now on, they're gonna chant Kyrie's name. So
A truly timeless wonder.
I'm sorry, and I'm not. And like I said, it's not Asuka's fault whatsoever. But Asuka's going to pay for the mistake that WWE made, and I know for sure Asuka's gonna be like at some point fed up with them always asking for Kyrie when she comes out because they're kind of ignoring her in a sense when she comes out.
The official Sean Bennett. Saw Ray on the mat. Rayo's looking to pass that foreign object. Foreign object is a steel plate that he put on his leg. He's gonna 619. 2-for-1 special. Look at. Oh, nobody home.
The metal plate is right there.
That steel plate is in the ring, and it was grabbed by Grande.
He has a black plate now.
Used that steel plate to great effect throughout his career. Look at the OG, the original.
Nope.
It's a tug-of-war for that plate. Mysterio lost in Grande into the OG Americano. And Ray now sends him into position. 619. Ray gonna drop the dime. Mysterio wins.
Yes.
Here is your winner, Ray Mysterio. What a chaotic ending. Ray's got the steel plate.
This belongs to me now. This belongs to me now. You face each other fair and square.
The real Americano looking to lower his mask, but the original El Grande Americano would hit the scene and play spoiler for the best laid plans. Rey Mysterio would attack from behind, dial it up once more. 619, drop the dime. What a win for the AAA and WWE Hall of Famer. And what does this mean for the real El Grande Americano's path to the mask versus mask match? And Noche de El Grande is going to go out. Wow! These two cannot stand one another. We saw a brawl a few weeks ago between these two in AAA that was just unbelievable. Took your breath away, and the fight continues again here tonight. And some help out here. The Americanos may fight all night long.
Well, what happened there?
He's presented by Cricket 5G.
I almost feel bad I missed this.
Will he face
Almost.
Fatu, his cousin, at Backlash for the world title?
Triple H called. He's letting TKO release Kyrie's name. Yes. And they don't. And he doesn't learn.
But the MFTs would strike as they so often do. Unfortunately, none of them were armed with the
He'll let TKO do whatever they want so long as they have all the sponsorship deals and Riyadh money. Otherwise, he would have ended this partnership years ago. But because sponsorships and Riyadh money are a part of this whole deal, he'll never give that up.
Fatu now awaits for the decision from the world champion, the tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
Technical difficulties.
Well, Roman and Fatu clash at Backlash. Speaking of Backlash, people Saturday in Tampa, the match is already made. It has been made official after their interaction to kick off Monday Night Raw. Seth freaking Rollins attempts
to dismantle the Vision, beginning at the very top. One-on-one with the unpredictable badass Braun Breaker in Tampa.
A week from Saturday on ESPN and Netflix internationally, it is Backlash, a special start time of 6 o'clock Eastern, and this is now official. EO Sky.
Oh man, that's the worst possible decision they can make. The whole time Io and Asuka are fighting, they're gonna chant Kairi's name, and then and only then they can't cut out. This time they can't cut out. They basically just pull the trigger, and wow, now they can't show any footage with Kairi now. I bet the audience right now is chanting "We want Kairi" while they're showing this footage.
So, at Backlash, I fixed my finger. I teach you one final lesson. And the lesson is you are not and will never be ready for Asuka.
The ruler, Oba Femi, in action versus Grayson Waller, live next on Raw.
They need to give Obafemi a real opponent though, because this like, you know, thing of him going back to this whole going back and forth on, you know, facing mid-card and C-list wrestlers isn't gonna work out. Why Vince and Triple H made the deal with TKO? Do you need to break the deal off to get a lawyer and go to court? I'm not sure. They only made the deal because they wanted to be united. They wanted to be united with both UFC and boxing. Consider, like, you know, wrestling as a professional sport. It is a professional sport, but for years it's been its own separate category. It doesn't align with UFC and boxing at all. So I don't get what was the point of, like, you know, even categorizing them with each other, because they're not the same at all. But because of all the sponsorship deals and Riyadh money that they'll get by keeping this deal, they'll do it.
That flavor's just out of reach. Drop the handles and bring the juice.
Inside this ring, when someone shows you weakness,
I just can't believe they still have the audacity to still show this commercial with Carly and Rhea Ripley.
Hey, General, did anything help take the pain out of late payments?
tough it up. Pain is how you learn. But in this ring, it's about pain, dominance, punishment.
Don't worry, Rhea. I'll take it from here. For a great low rate, go with the General.
Fanatics Fest NYC is back and coming in hot. Stack your WWE superstar appearances too legendary to miss. Thursday, July 16th through Sunday, July 19th at the Javits Center.
Tickets on sale now at fanaticsbest.com.
Backlash is presented by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Injured? Go to furthepeople.com.
Also, what is this music for Backlash?
Yeah, I think Grayson Waller might want to start getting his affairs in order. Maybe say a prayer while he's at it. Look, I like Grayson Waller. He's a talented man. He's very, very tough. But let's just be honest.
I like Grayson Waller's music. I can't get over that stupid pause. It's so awkward. They never paused it in NXT, and I don't know why they paused it here. Get out.
No, I'm not done yet.
No.
What's up, y'all?
No.
What's going on, gang? I'm back here. We live. It's Monday night. And
Get
that's
out.
Obafemi walking down the fucking aisle.
Get out!
You need to start explaining stuff like that.
I
It'd be
do.
So cool. Obafemi's
Yes,
walking
because
down.
they don't see it themselves. Like,
But you could be the commentator too, you know what I'm saying? Obafemi walking down.
nah, that's not commentating.
Look,
That's
see-
narrating.
see a couple
That's narrating.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm saying. You could be like a narrator.
No, thank you. This isn't a story.
Yeah, it is technically. Is.
No, it's not.
Obafemi
A story.
walks down. He looks at the fat man in the front row.
Get out of here.
He gets in the ring.
Get out of here. This ain't no story to be narrating. They wanted this to be narrated.
I think it's like story time. Except that the WWE version.
No. They can just wear headphones and close their eyes.
Classic.
Brock Lesnar to leave his boots and his gloves in the ring and call it a career. Now Grayson Waller tries to do damage to Obafemi. How do you combat this move? Divine intervention.
Divine intervention.
Match is underway. Official Jessica Carr gets to work this matchup. And Fetty now as Grayson Waller. To say Waller needs to stay away from Obafemi, but I don't think that strategy is going to work right now. Body shots.
I don't think it's possible.
Right hand to Waller.
And not that couple kissing in the front.
Thunderous impact from the ruler. French way. And Grayson Waller wisely just collapses.
Grayson Waller just stayed out, played dead.
And now he hangs over from the top rope momentarily. And Grayson Waller now heading through. Caught.
Oh my God.
Waller across the ring. Create a new Olympic sport.
he just jumped into his arms.
Femi measuring his man. Fall from grace. Unstoppable Femi.
Amazing. Obafemi's the greatest.
Take a look at a few of the highlights for Oba. Career lowlights. Poor Grayson Waller being chucked like a pizza halfway across the ring.
Like a piece. That's funny.
The ruler, and it was all a prelude to a fall from grace and nearly put Waller straight through the center of the earth, where he'd wake up in Australia again.
He'll wake up in Australia again.
To get paid by the hour.
Laredo, Texas, are we feeling good tonight? You're feeling good. feeling good. Grayson Waller's not feeling so good. But thankfully, we don't care how Grayson Waller feels.
Yes, thankfully.
But he did say something that was right. He said there is no opportunity around here. Because all the big champions are locked in with their contenders, and the US champion doesn't want to do open challenges anymore. So I took it upon myself to create a solution to our problem. Ladies and gentlemen, as from today, the Obafemi Open Challenge will commence.
Yeah, that's cool and all, but
who wants to prove himself?
that's cool and all, but you need a long-term feud.
At the top of the mountain, step up. But I will not take too kindly to your decision, because when you come down here, I will be merciless, unforgiving, and relentless. I will punish you. I will make sure of that, because you're not stepping in with just any man. You are stepping in with the ruler, Obafemi.
There you go, guys. Time to step up. What an opportunity, Corey, but what a tall task. No doubt about it.
Hey, he sure sweats easily. He didn't even fight that long, and look how hard he sweated.
Also an opportunity to make a name for yourself, much like Obafemi did at the expense of the Beast Incarnate at WrestleMania.
The sweat dripping behind him looks like he's peeing or pooping.
Hey sister, do you actually think I could have a minute alone with Roxy? I just want to talk to her about a couple
Oh, the
things.
thing?
The thing.
Yeah,
The thing.
I'm gonna go run over.
Alright, I'll see ya.
The thing.
Hi. Hi. I
Yes,
just wanted to
hi.
try and finish the conversation that we were having before WrestleMania. You know.
Are they gonna
let's
attack
get
again?
together? Yeah. Well, really, I just want to apologize to Roxanne. I'm sorry for the way that things went down with Finn while you were gone. I know you two were really close, and I know it couldn't have been easy watching from home. And I know that because I also sat and watched from home. I watched Finn bring you into the Judgment Day. And I just want to let you know
And
that
this is payback.
we are family, Roxanne, and Finn put himself before the family. And that's not something I would ever do to you. I want to support you like how you support me. So I'm going to go out there tonight and be in your corner and cheer you on as you get one step closer to Tag Team Gold. Do you trust me, my little Roxy? Okay, let's go.
I just need a second.
Okay, do your thing. I'll see you out there.
Okay. It's exciting!
Yep. She's gonna take down. Oh.
Roxy,
Oh, never mind.
I just came here to warn you. You cannot trust Liv. In fact, you can't trust anyone in the Judgment Day.
I can't trust them. Or I can't trust you. Look, Finn. I'm with the Judgment Day. And I have a match to get ready for. Get out of here before you get hurt.
You know what? Good luck with your match. Hope you know what you're doing.
But I must say, I love Roxanne Perez's under eyeliner because that's a pretty color. I kind of have the same color, just a darker shade. And I use it as top eyeliner. I never used it as under eyeliner because my pen is a little too chunky, so I can't really. Unless I like take a eyeshadow brush and I do it manually. But yeah, that sucks whenever it's like, you know, matte. Because that takes forever to wash out of brushes. I want to see Braun Strowman versus Olafemi. That will be very intriguing. That'll never happen.
Tag teams are jockeying for position.
They're not gonna hire Braun Strowman back a third time.
Judgment Day. Bailey Lyra next.
It sucks the White Six got fired. Yes, it does suck because they had so much potential just for it to be wasted on back and forth feuds with Solo Sikoa and the MFTs.
Whoa, you have a genie? Actually, I've heard. That's better. Now you can actually catch up over DiGiorno wood-fired style pizza. Right from your oven. Perfectly crispy and airy crust. You thought you could only get at a restaurant. Hey, we'll have to chase down that friend who always says he'll pay you back later. It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno wood-fired style pizza.
Sounds more urgent to you. We are stranded, or help, arm wedged in boulder,
Tom, please eat this. You're indecisive when you're hungry.
Oh, God. I hit send now, I think. 1,000. 2,000.
Like plankton.
Exactly to the front door too, you drive over.
Cash back on Brighton doors.
Oh, is that truffle?
And 5% on Chase Travel with Chase Freedom Unlimited.
Something happens when you put crispy, all-white meat chicken nuggets inside a Crunchwrap slider.
Bronson Reed versus Olafemi or Braun Breaker or that new guy Ken from AEW. What new guy?
Have the smartest Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Your home is the main event.
WWE.
I don't recall them hiring somebody from AEW yet.
Use the Wi-Fi to devices that need it most.
They only hired that evil guy from professional Japanese wrestling. Io Sky's Beyonce.
There's no match for Wi-Fi this smart.
Oh, he won the Andre the Giant. Oh, new guy. You're talking about Royce Keys. That I don't think that'll happen because Royce Keys is on SmackDown and he's seemingly having a budding feud with Solo Sikoa, so that's not, like, you know, that's kind of off the table. But I don't doubt that they probably win the future. And Bronson Reed, yes, I could totally see that too, but I'm not sure about Bronson Reed coming back, like, you know, this soon, because unlike Braun Breaker, he supposedly has a worse injury. A more worse injury. It's a chest injury, unlike, you know, shoulder injury like Braun Breaker.
A two-day combo ticket for SummerSlam 2026 taking place Saturday, August 1st and Sunday, August 2nd at US Bank Stadium. Go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. Central via Ticketmaster. General pre-sale for the two-day combo
Olafemi needs a
tickets will
storyline rivalry with Gunther. Yes, I totally see him fighting him too.
Club members begin this Wednesday at 10 a.m. Central. Fans can register for pre-sale info.
But we still don't know what Gunther's favor is from Paul Heyman, and I highly doubt it's to help him win against Olafemi.
Not the first time we've seen them tonight, along with Liv Morgan. Earlier on, they assaulted the former world champion Stephanie McMahon. We understand that Stephanie has suffered a second-degree AC sprain in the left shoulder, could be out for a bit. And now Raquel starts things off.
Here we go. Their sixth or fifth fight.
South of here, in the Rio Grande Valley.
I would be pretty pissed off if I was Bailey and Lyra right now because they were fighting them again for the fifth time.
Looking for new competitors, looking for new competition. This matchup could start one of these two teams on the right path to gold.
Raquel rocks in.
Froze?
Yeah. reason.
Raquel is a 5-time tag team champion in her career.
SmackDown's going back to 2 hours.
Kelly's won 2
Yes.
tag team
They didn't say window. They just said a few
back
weeks.
suplex
Yeah,
by Raquel.
Probably like June or some shit.
Joe
The
Hendry.
real Roxy chance, of course. We mentioned before, Roxanne Perez brought up in Laredo, Texas, where we are today. And a standing ovation for Roxanne Perez.
Oh, I was like, what the heck? But yes. Roxanne Perez, I know I'm going to cheer for you when you feud with Liv. I'm telling you, she's been looking at Liv Morgan's title. She has not been looking at Liv Morgan once ever since she won it. And she's been very vague when she talks to her too, just like back there. She didn't say yeah or nothing. She just shook her head. But I love Roxanne Perez's outfit right now. Blue's really good on her. But it's not really a blue, it's more so of aquamarine. Well, that's a kind of blue, but it's a little bit of aquamarine and teal. But I have no idea what that color would be. But I love her makeup too, her under eyeliner especially. I just wish, I like her little star choker, her little pointy star choker she has, but I prefer her Prodigy chunky letter bracelet. I mean, not bracelet, necklace. That's my favorite, like, accessory Roxanne has, the Prodigy chunk necklace.
In the background. You know, I heard it as soon as Monday Night Raw was announced here in Laredo, the divorce rate went through the roof. And here's Lyra now. Tag was made to Bentley. Backbreaker. Double team coming. On both sides. Men hoping they can have a shot at Roxy.
Wait.
A bit of miscommunication there. Almost cost Bailey and Lyra, but Lyra was able to take out Perez. And now the elbow from Bailey.
Watch out. Could have a nip slip with Roxanne. I do love that. I do love that veil crop tee. I do love that veil crop over tee that Raquel has because that's just a nice color. It looks like latex a little bit. And at least the pants she's wearing is not so much thigh exposure because I know Raquel loves her thigh exposure pants, but Bailey seems to be the one having thigh exposure today. But she has it covered with so many straps that you wouldn't see anything.
With 16 deliciously shareable sticks, there are 16 reasons to try. Reason 1, they're perfect for sharing. Reason 2 through 16, just look at all these toppings. They're making me hungry. Share new Little Caesars 4-in-1 sticks for only $7.99.
Pizza, pizza. Nothing stops Ram. That means we deliver knockouts. Boom. We don't just ride the bull. We're heavy DAs, hurricanes, and Hellcats. And we're backing them with America's best.
I forgot, I need to buy some super glue so I can fix my glasses, or just buy a new pair of glasses, because I don't think I'm going to, because the last time I tried to, super glue my glasses, it just didn't work out because the glue became so rock hard that it just wouldn't make my lenses fit right, so that's why I just ended up throwing them away anyway, so I'm just going to probably just get a new glasses. It costs like $2 or like $5.
Beating rhythm to the world we've created. But every time you drive after drinking, music gets drowned out. Life's sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
You deserve wings. For making it to the weekend, or just making it to Wednesday. Because when it's made to order, always fresh. Wing night is whenever you say it is. Wingstop is here.
Critical moment in this tag team matchup. Bailey, Lyra, Valkyria against Raquel Rodriguez, Roxanne Perez with the Judgment Day. The world champ Liv Morgan looks on. Says she's out here to support her Judgment Day teammates tonight, much like they supported her in her world title victory at WrestleMania over Stephanie McMahon.
Here comes Lyra, here comes Roxanne. Valkyria now, like a one-woman army, taking out the Judgment Day. On the second turnbuckle, down goes Raquel. And now Lyra Valkyria firing up.
Thank you. Roxanne having the crowd behind, teasing a babyface turn soon. Duh. That's what I've been telling you this whole time.
There's the power of Valkyria. Cover now. Is it enough to win this?
I mean, I don't technically think it'll be like a babyface thing. It could be a totally anti-hero thing going on with Roxanne Perez, but like I've been saying this whole time, she's been looking at Liv Morgan's title, not her. And she's gonna get her back for kicking out Finn without, like, you know, her consent. But like Liv Morgan said, well, she didn't say it, but she kind of implied that this is payback for you taking my spot as Raquel's partner.
Valkyria keeping this matchup alive for herself and Bailey. But has the damage been done? Raquel Rodriguez, the powerhouse of the Judgment Day, has just been having her way with the opposition tonight. Now Raquel trying to make her way to the corner.
I don't know why she didn't. I didn't know why she just, like, you know, flirted with Dominic like she kind of was supposed to.
And here comes Perez.
But to be fair, the Liv and Dom, like, you know, love story kind of died down. Like, sure, they showcase it when those two interact, but now they've gotten over it. Liv Morgan versus Roxanne at Backlash. I hope it would be that soon, but I'm not too sure. Because it hasn't had like, you know, a full build up yet. I think they're only teasing it now. They only started teasing it now.
Bailey hung across the ropes, and Roxanne with Caleb. That shining wizard to Bailey. And now Perez. Judgment Day wins.
Yeah, but you didn't win it on your own.
What a moment, what a win. For the greatest thing to ever happen to Laredo, Texas, Roxanne Perez and the Judgment Day.
Well, let's take a chance now to look at one of Raw's newest superstars.
Is she really getting booked on Raw? Because that would make sense for her to lose now to Zarya, even though the loss was totally stupid in my opinion. so that answered the question. That's why she lost at NXT. But it was stupid.
So Ruka will officially sign her contract to join the roster.
I hope that would mean Zarya signed too.
WWE Raw is brought to you by DoorDash. Your door to more.
I knew she was going through a table. Yeah, but I wish Zarya and her could have gone through the table together. Yeah, so Roman Reigns really did switch it back to his old music. But I prefer his old music. I know there was really not much of a difference, but there was a slight difference, but I like this one better. Maybe because it's more fast-paced and the other one is kind of a little bit slower. But that makes me miss his his little CGI. That makes me miss his CGI little person that he had above him. They still do it for Cody Rhodes, but I don't understand why they can't do it for him too. I know they said they wouldn't use those CGI stances anymore, kind of, but they did say they would use it for top stars, and I wonder why they don't do it for him, because that was pretty awesome. That little CGI statue of Roman Reigns was cool when his entrance music, hit the bass. Liv Morgan versus Stephanie at Backlash. Yeah, I know. That's first, actually. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. So, yes, that is first, but I would have only assumed that Roxanne Perez would make Liv Morgan lose. I mean, I'm not sure. Okay, maybe she won't make her lose because that kind of won't make sense. Maybe she'll help her win, but after she helps her win, she's going to attack her. So Roxanne Perez will probably help, Liv Morgan win, but after she won and thinks that she's having fun with Raquel and Roxanne, she's going to, betray them both.
What he doesn't know is that by focusing on only one type of credit, he's not building a more robust credit mix, which could hurt his score. Don't be like one-track Jack. Instead, learn how to avoid the wreckers at creditwreckers.com. Credit one back for what's ahead.
She remembered to do frosted chicken.
I didn't. I'm so sorry.
That's right.
I got cereal for dinner.
Cereal there.
Hey, I was practice today. Great, I scored 2 goals. Wow, that's super.
You wouldn't honestly lay that on the floor.
I want to see Roxanne and Liv Morgan rivalry. It needs to happen after Liv is done after Backlash. You literally just repeated what I just said. But thanks. Backstabbing is what it's called, FYI. Backstabbing, betrayal, they all mean the same thing, bruh.
Just like a one-time casual thing with Tyler? I was talking about switching teams. For fun.
I don't like this game.
My question, who is going to face Trick Williams now? Well, obviously from that attack, they're going to have yet again another rematch with Sammy and Trick Williams. Like I said, Backlash, so much pyro. But like I said, Backlash is usually the time where WrestleMania matches usually are allowed one final rematch. Which is why we're seeing Liv and Stephanie fight again. So Trick Williams could probably fight Sami Zayn again. But personally, I don't want that to happen. I think they're quite fine with just making it, you know, a Friday match instead of a pay-per-view match. Stephanie needs to challenge Becky for the IC title. Maybe after this rematch with Liv Morgan.
You see, it's been a while since I've been here in Texas.
You were literally in Texas last week. They were just in Fort Worth, Texas. Such a liar.
You see, they made this title in spite of me. They made this title to try to take away from my shine.
Is it different only because when he was in Texas, it was on Friday Night SmackDown in Fort Worth, Texas? Yeah, because the area of Texas means a whole different world, another world of Texas. What? Well, honestly, that is true, but also, you know, silly at the same time.
I put it in the main event. I put it in night 2 of WrestleMania. I made this title relevant. You see, now you can finally be proud of this title. Now you can respect this title. Now you can actually choose to acknowledge this title. As a matter of fact, let's demonstrate. Laredo, Texas. Laredo, Texas. Acknowledge me.
Pew, pew. Pew, pew. Pew. Hey, they were in sync in time. They were in sync this time with the pyro.
For being impatient, Michael Cole. This is the man who completely turned his life around and realized
perfect
Fatu
timing.
cute.
I was just getting here.
Does that rhyme?
Gave you a week. Gave you time to think. I'm hoping you made the right choice, Jacob. I'm hoping you made the choice to unite our family and not divide it.
You said you gave me a week. I didn't need a week. I didn't need a day. Hell, I didn't even need an hour to think about it. I know exactly what I wanted when I came out here last Monday. I didn't stutter. I didn't hesitate. When I told you that I didn't want that title, but I need that title. What? What, you must be stuck in your WWE main event bubble, huh? Huh? What, you must be stuck in tribal chief land, huh? You ain't grind like me, Roman. See, I'm on cut with it. I'm on raw with it, huh? 12 years of hard work, 12 years of grinding, 12 years of suffering, not knowing what the next meal was gonna be, huh? So when y'all was up here running the bloodline, I was broke, foaming out the mouth, grinding on the front line, trying to figure out if I was gonna be here or not. But it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. And it got me standing here right now in front of your ass. So before WWE, Duty didn't call me. Jimmy didn't call me. Jay didn't call me. But you know who did call me? Solo called me. Solo gave me a chance. Solo is the one that put me on since I got here.
Either you're completely confused or you're dumber than I think. Solo couldn't get a cup of coffee delivered to the building if he wanted to. Take a look around. Who you think runs this place?
You don't run me.
Laredo ain't lying to you. The OTC runs this place, and yeah, I've been a little distracted. Things get a little hectic around here, but I never forgot about you, and I'm the one that signed off on your ass. But you over here sound a little confused, sound like a fool to me. You don't deserve it. You haven't earned it. Me allowing you to compete against me, that's nepotism. I can't do that.
Excuse me? Oh. What?
And Jacob Fatu is taking out the OTC. Jacob Fatu is snapped. Like Chainsaw Ward, he's unhinged.
What the?
They're gonna take everything from you.
Well, there. We don't need an unaliving on TV. Don't throw up on TV now. Did he make you bite your lip or tongue too hard?
Jacob!
I was like, yeah, somebody bled.
You want me at Backlash?
You got me.
I'll see you at Backlash.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for Backlash. I'll see your punk ass next week on Monday.
Omaha. Wherever that's at. I remember that from Wicked. Oh, that was pretty intense. And yeah, I knew somebody was at least bleeding on their lip or something because I'm like, bruh. If it was me, I would be clumsy enough to bite on my tongue or my lip too hard. Not by choice, but you know, it's just like, you know, it's a natural occurrence. So, yeah, that happened and that was gross. But yeah, who would have thought that? Who would have thought that they would say yeah? But that was pretty good, but nothing major really happened in light of all these potential firings, and they still have to work out what's gonna happen. You know, they have to switch up the storylines a ton, but of course without no really time, because they don't have lunch. They literally did it only on Friday, so 2 days is not enough to make up for a whole, like, you know, to plan a whole week's worth of storylines. 2 days is not enough. 2 days is not enough to plan a week's worth of storylines. Wait. Yes, all right. Yes, whatever. But like I said, 2 days is not enough to plan a week's worth of events. And frankly, they're just gonna use AI to do all this work for them. So we have to just hope for the best, but prepare for the worst per usual. Jacob's a whole different breed. Yeah, I was kind of like, you know, I was kind of confused. Is he doing like Soul Sikoa's move and like, you know, spiking him or something? But yeah, smelling my hair. Who does that? I only smell my hair after I washed it, but I didn't wash it today, so no. But that's all for now. On NXT tomorrow, I really forgot what's happening on NXT. I usually do that, but we still have to prepare for Blake Monroe and Ricky Saints coming to SmackDown. We'll see that tomorrow, and I can't wait to see who their first opponent's gonna be. I hope it's someone good with Blake Monroe. I wouldn't mind if she fought Tiffany Stratton too, because they're both kind of one and the same, except Blake Monroe's British. That's really the only difference. One thing that didn't happen, the Usos didn't come out and help Roman Reigns. Yeah, I wonder why is that. Yeah, I do. I wonder why is that, or did they leave and I didn't even notice, or whatever. But not tomorrow, but next week they'll probably, you know, make a rebuttal to that. They'll probably have a match with Jacob Fatu this time, because they didn't have one last time. They were only observing on Friday, so maybe, like, you know, for the next 2 Raw shows we'll see them fight each other. Because Backlash is only 2 weeks left, so they can definitely work that out for the next 2 weeks. But yeah, it's strange that they didn't come out, because I don't recall them leaving the building, but if they did, I didn't notice. So, let's see. But that's it. Tomorrow's NXT, and we'll see what's gonna happen there, because it still isn't clear, like, you know, what Zarya's gonna do now that Sol Ruka is now coming to Raw. But if Zarya showed up at Raw too, I have to assume they both been signed. But oh well, we'll see. But expect to see Tony D'Angelo and what's up with that package, because he got that mysterious package with the Chinese or Japanese letter, and I really like, you know, think the only possible superstar I can think of with like that character can be Yoshiki, because I remember I like Yoshiki, but he went to Japanese wrestling with Hank and Tank, and Hank and Tank came back, and I was always questioning, why didn't Yoshiki come back with them? But it'll be kind of weird seeing Yoshiki as a heel, but I guess someone has to be a heel since Tony D'Angelo is getting, like, you know, praise and admiration, so yeah, they're going to make Yoshiki the heel. It'll just be weird because he left as a babyface and now he just come back as a heel. That's so awkward all the time. Yes, when Ethan Page and most of the people from NXT come to Raw and SmackDown, yeah. Would it be Evil, the fiance? Maybe it would be. It could be, but I'm just saying, like, nobody is gonna know him except for whoever watches him. But frankly, the same effect would happen on the main roster show too, so let's see. I kind of hope it's Yoshiki though, because we haven't seen him in quite a while, and he was quite like, you know, fond. He was quite fond of the people and stuff, but now that he's not gonna be facing Josh Briggs or whatever, it's kind of pointless now, so they'll have to give him something new. Hi there. That's all for me. I'm rambling now. So, the Knockin Chu Out streams, Instagram, and Discord are in the description below. I'm on hiatus until further notice, but follow them anyway. And as always, the donation links are in the description below. Ko-Fi, Cashapp, any and all donations are accepted and appreciated. Thank you. And as always, the wrestling server link is down below as well. And as always, it's for today's show only. So if you want to watch something else from another wrestling company, click the home watermark and you can see all that's on right now and what's upcoming from AEW to TNA, Professional Japanese Wrestling, Honor of Glory, AAA, anything. You can all see it right there. Bookmark it, save it if you don't have live TV or streaming services like I do sometime. But that's all for me for now. I'll see you tomorrow night at NXT. So be safe and remember, do it with idle energy. Bye!